Hi, guys. Hello, everybody. All right, welcome back. Let's jump on into another single storyline. I was going to wait and not do another single storyline until Sunday. And I don't know, I just felt like Friday I had to do it. I don't know. Single Friday? I don't know. You guys will have to tell me how often you like these because I'm thinking about doing it 3 times a week. I'll put out a poll and we'll see what everybody thinks. So we have making a choice and we have dry desert. Cards 30 and 31. For our singles, obviously, we're at this precipice, right? And here's the thing: the dry desert card can go in a lot of different directions. We could either look at it as like, okay, all the fun has ended. This ride has come to an end. It's time to vacate the premises. Or we could look at it as a desert is a great metaphor for so many things that are hidden under the surface that can bloom with just the tiniest amount of rainfall. So basically, even a little bit of effort that gets put in could create something incredible. And we're standing here at a moment in our lives, perhaps, where we go, do I want to revive this project? Do I want to go this route? I feel like this is either say, let's put it in a context of like, okay, I've started to redecorate my entire house. And then life got busy and I ran out of steam and I just kind of stopped. And then I started to think, should I actually move altogether and go to a different place? Maybe I don't like this location anymore. Or to go back to that redecorating plan that I had. Do I stay in the same location another year and actually hunker down and put in a little bit of effort to make my home feel like this incredible, luxurious space? So we're at this moment where I think we're realizing we could make something blossom and bloom if we wanted to. Now, this could be about a goal. It doesn't have to be about, something like changing the look of our home. But I will say, for some bizarre reason, I feel like this has everything to do with, these cards both have a landscape aspect. So it's something like, what does my life look like? What does my environment look like? Those are the things I'm thinking about changing. So what do? Do I stay here and invest and put in sprinkle a little bit of water on things to make it grow? Or do I abandon ship and go a whole new direction? But I feel like this has to do with, heck, this could be about our attire. It could be about, do I change my wardrobe? Do I go with this look or that look? If we're going to change hairstyles, if we're going to change things, it's going to alter our look, right? So it could have something to do with, listen, this is a singles reading, right? So we're not talking about exes. We're not talking about anything that doesn't directly like concern our lead character. And so when we're operating as a single individual, we're able to focus more on small details of personal choice, big details of personal choice, but it always is about personal choice. It's what do I want? So it's very self-focused right now in a really good way. But I think we are asking ourselves, what thing do I want to bring back to life, or do I want to abandon ship? So let's go down that road. This is exciting. Tell me about the choice making. What is it that we're leaning toward? And the choices are going to take us in two very different paths. I'm a big fan of having choices. I'm a big fan of that. Palace of Cups. Okay, so this is an emotional choice. Palace of Cups is referring to like, how deeply do we want to dive into our emotions? This could be, okay, so if you've ever taken an acting class or anything, you realize that you have to give it all. If you're going to portray any character, big or small, it doesn't matter. You have to buy into every aspect of that. You can't do it halfway. Just like in a dance move, I taught dance for a lot of years. And if you're teaching dance, the big thing is you have to bring it all. If you're going to do a move, even if you're like, you feel embarrassed, it's like, oh, I don't do this move very good. You don't want to do this. You want to get all the way into it and cabbage patch it like crazy. Do your cabbage patch. Don't do it halfway. That is going to look better to be exaggerated, even if you don't do the move great, than to do it halfway and not really go with the flow. So we've got this emotional investment where it's like, whatever I do, I'm going to be all in. So which am I going to be all in? And maybe that is what the choice is if I'm going to do this, am I really going to commit to it? And it may not be a choice between two different things. It might be a choice of how much investment do I throw in? Do I do the full-on cabbage patch? And I hope some of you know what dance move that is. Oh my gosh. All right, dry desert. Let's go there. We've got the 8 of Cups in the reverse. We got the World. I feel like this is somebody who's about to make a choice for themselves. Some single individual is making a choice for themselves to return to something that was super important to them. It is a new, it's like, okay, I could go backwards in time and I could take on that plan. Let's put it in the perspective of, say, okay, say because you used to teach dance, then you got out of it. It's been 15 years, but you know what? You've always wanted to open up that dance studio again and get back to it, teach a different style of it, do something else, or just simply get involved again with like performing arts or something. If you wanted to do something like that, by the way, this is not my personal reading. I'm not single and I'm not opening dance studios or anything, but I'm using these things as examples because it could be returning to a former passionate thing, and that would feel like a fresh start in life. It's like, wait a second, I have all of these talents, all of these skills, all these things that I used to love. What if I returned to them? Now, certainly, I'm using examples of things that are really like visual, right? But this could be all about emotional things, right? This could be, once upon a time, I used to like really get more invested and spend time on like a cause or something I found really important, maybe when I was like 20 years old, I was like really all about, saving the whales or, some wonderful cause. And it's like, you know what? I think that I would love to get invested in some like humanitarian project again, or something that I'm emotionally invested in it. It's about where we spend our time, and it's about the things that we bring into our lives, the things that we want to blossom in our lives, the things that really matter to us, because we're about to step into the next phase of our life. So Capricorn energy here. I love the fact that I think that we're getting back to things that really matter to us. It's really like, this could also be just getting back to, so if you've ever parted ways with a partner and after they move out or you move out, you look around your house and you go, you know what, this doesn't even look like me. This isn't even my style. It changed so much when I was with that person. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to totally redecorate just simply to put my stamp on things again. I'm going to go back to the things that I almost lost in whatever former connection I was in. And by doing that, I feel like I'm stepping through this threshold to have, like my space all over again, my world. This is all about a reflection of who I really am. And it's exciting to think that I get to do this. This could be like, I'm going on this weight loss journey because it's all about my health and I'm getting back to tending to myself. Maybe I've been out in a dry desert for a long time and I'm realizing I totally want to love myself. So we have first a nice investment in things that we care about. So that's the way this storyline begins. All right, let's move on from that topic. I mean, I think it's a great starting point just to go back to the things that matter to us, whatever that may mean for this character. But now let's take a look at, once we start to invest in ourselves like that, what happens next? A hottie shows up. We got a King of Wands. This King of Wands is a super powerful person. This is somebody who's open-hearted, passionate, loving. This is somebody they've got some eyes for us and we've got eyes for them. Now, if this is only talking about us, it's that we're all of a sudden in king status, right? We are standing there feeling really proud of what we've accomplished. This can be leadership in some area of life as well. So definitely could still, whatever it is that we're starting to give our attention to in our own lives, we're seeing that blossom for sure. And here we are like really in charge of it. This feels good. This feels powerful. I don't know why, but I get this idea that this person, whoever this is somebody who's, if they wanted to get back to being a triathlete or they wanted to do what do they call it? A Tough Mudder or some kind of like physical activity or something. They've been prepping for it and they're feeling really good about it. This is somebody who is not just like open-hearted. This is somebody who's like emotionally fit, physically fit. And you know what I'm saying? It's about the endurance level. Like I've got what it takes to go the distance. This doesn't mean that somebody is, like, oh, so athletic in the body type, but rather they have built up endurance. So even if we're talking about it in a physical sense, this is somebody who is like, they're powerful. That's what I want to say. And they've worked on their endurance to go the distance. If it's about emotions, same thing. This person is not, this person doesn't run at the first sight of any trouble. This person has like emotional skills to deal with things. So very nice. So this could be talking about our lead character here or the person that they're about to meet. If this is why, ooh, death card, very nice. So I'm a big fan of the death card and the tower card because they always talk about change. Now the death card talks about, wow, I'm completely changing the perspective on what I want for life and what I believe I'm like going to attract in my life. This is a renewal. One thing ends so that something else can take its place. This was super necessary. What is it that's ended? I mean, to me, this is looking very much like we might be changing perspective on who we're attracted to. Ooh, strength card in the reverse. No, we're letting go of fears. Okay. That changes things a little bit, especially since I'm talking about endurance. If this is someone that we either have encountered and we've been keeping them at bay, because it's like, no, this could even be, and I'm just going to say it because it's in my head. Sometimes when we've been single for a period of time, we're just getting back on our feet and we're just getting our head right. And we're just starting to like ourselves again. And we're just starting to get back to ourselves and, focus on creating a life and a look and all the things that we really authentically enjoy for ourselves. We can also still be feeling a little bit less than, and we might be looking at someone who is interested in us and we're like, no, they're out of my league. There's no way that person's going to be attracted to me. Oh yes, they are. This is us getting over that fear. This is us getting over that worry that, no, that hottie can't be looking my way. Like I'm not quite ready. I just barely got my feet under me. I just barely started to like myself again. There's no way that this hot stuff is going to be someone who I'm going to be able to hold their attention. This person is eyes locked on us right now. And like I said, this person goes the distance. So the only thing we have to do is get out of our head on this. Don't think that anybody is out of our league. That like lowers ourselves and almost makes it sound like, well, we're not worthy of some amazing person. We're not attractive enough to get that person. We're not this or that. This person's looking at us because they like us. This is like, okay, I need to accept that. I need to not be afraid that this amazing person who's super attractive, who maybe they're, like I say, they've got emotional skills, they're ready to be in romance. We don't want to immediately meet somebody amazing who's interested in us and then run from them because it's like, no, you're a 10 and I only feel like I'm a 6. Like we got to quit ranking ourselves and ranking other people and acting like we don't match. This is putting an end to that kind of fear. That's really nice. That's really nice. This is very much like that storyline where maybe we're just meeting this person when we just barely took our training wheels off. Like when we start to feel better about ourselves again, when we start to get our lives back under control and we're feeling good and we're building our self-confidence again, we just barely were starting to get like, okay, I think I'm all right. I think I can do this. And then we meet somebody who immediately is interested in us and we're just kind of scared. We're just kind of trying to run a little bit. We got this 8 of Cups. I don't feel like this is walking away from that. Again, it's walking away from the past. He's even got this strut. It looks like a movie character. He's like strutting through the doors like, yeah, I left all those knocked over cups in my past and I'm walking right into the sunlight. This is us regaining that confidence. This is us saying, I'm not going to be scared that all of a sudden there's some attractive person who's looking my way. I'm not going to do the thing where I duck and try to escape them. If I see them coming toward me, I'm actually going to go ahead and smile and come up with a quippy little flirt and enjoy seeing what happens here. This could even be a situation. Okay, so this is in my head right now because I've been talking about like emotional fitness, physical fitness, all these things about like getting ourselves back to where we feel really strong again. This could be someone that we meet at a gym and we're like, oh God, no, I do not want to talk to this person. So we keep finding ways to either change our exercise. So we go over to the, whatever, the treadmill on the far end of the gym to get away from this person. We keep running from them, or we end our workout and zip on out and make sure that we don't get a chance to talk to them. This is like, hell no. I'm walking through that door in that gym today. And I'm going to walk straight toward that person and say, hey, I saw you the other day. We may even be the person who walks up to them now as just a like a confidence booster, like I'm going to go ahead and do this. This is a new day, this is new dawn, and this is a new me. I'm not going to run from someone who clearly was interested in me. I think this is cute. We keep getting really good single storylines. I'm having so much fun with the single stories. It's just, oh, look at this. 7 of coins in the upright. There is so much potential for growth here, and it feels good. You notice how this is actually kind of like oh, I don't know, maybe 12, 13-year-old. It may feel kind of like this is, remember when we first had a crush on somebody when we were 12 or 13 in school, and it takes, we're not really dating, we're just kind of like, oh, they're so cute, and that person thinks I'm cute, and maybe we sit by each other at lunch or something, and it's just kind of like, it's simple and it's sweet and it's innocent. It's almost like we get to start from that point, and then we can see what it builds into as the relationship matures, as we mature, as we become like feeling like we're competent to be in a romance again. But right now, maybe we're not ready for any of that, right? We need to still give ourselves some time to grow. But it looks like there's a sweetness here where it's like, no, this is innocent. This isn't hot and heavy romance. We're not ready for that. This is, if we were to put it in like a timeline, that's what it would look like. It's like, no, this is not to be taken serious yet. This is just one step at a time. But there's a nice, maybe comforting, easygoing, like, yeah, maybe I'll work out on the treadmill next to this person now, and we'll just chit chat. And maybe that'll go on for months until we get to be emotionally like 18. And then we can talk about going out for that cup of coffee. And then maybe when we get a little more comfortable, then it's like we're in our 20s and now we're ready to really try to date them. It could just go like that kind of progression where it's very sweet, it's very easy, and we just step by step. But this feels so good because it feels like, you know what? It can just be a friend first. We don't have to worry about, oh my God, I'm not ready to jump into another big romance, a big relationship. We don't have to, but we also don't have to run from people that might be amazing energies in our lives where we can just simply have that platonic friendship first. That's what we're ready for. That's all we're ready for. But that's okay. We don't have to dodge just because it's like, oh God, please don't expect me to be ready for a romance yet. We don't have to be ready for anything that we're not ready for. All right, let's take a look at anything else like career-minded or anything along those lines. Hi, guys. I'm so glad so many of you are here. Good to see all of you. You guys will have to tell me if any of you are, if you know what the Cabbage Patch dance is that I mentioned at the beginning, that dance move. Okay, so for career stuff, it looks like we've got this Page of Cups, but in the reverse. And then we also have the Death card in the reverse. So even if things are not quite what we want them to be, it doesn't look like we're changing anything big just yet. It looks like there's like basically more growth to be had. We end things when we're ready for basically a new beginning, when we've learned everything that we needed to out of a situation. There could still be a lot of growth to be had here. In fact, the really good stuff in a career may not have actually even begun yet. This could be an example where, sometimes it does take time to get our feet under us. Even if we've been in a career field for a period of time, we still have to, like really learn something and then kind of like master that and be in that position, that job title for a while. And then when somebody else quits or moves or retires, we actually wind up shifting into their position. But it's wonderful. And if things hadn't gone the way they did, where it took long enough for us to really master something, we wouldn't have been able to step into that other position. Because this kind of looks like we don't have a major transformation, but we also have more to look forward to. We either have more skills to pick up, or it's that the really good part of this career path hasn't even begun yet. It's like, we're not ready to bail on this yet, because there's a lot more to come. It's interesting to see. Sometimes, we start out, we go, oh, I don't know if this is really for me. And then that thing that we weren't sure about becomes like a wonderful career path. We have an emperor. Wow. So there could be later down the road, maybe there's like an idea of either we're going to gain all the information that we need to and eventually leave and start our own business and become our own boss, or eventually we're going to become the big boss here. It just hasn't happened yet. But whatever this is, it's kind of nice because everything in this storyline has talked about Well, the message I would take away from this is our biggest message, because these were the cards that came out first. It's all about us investing more in something that's important to us, giving our energy back to that dry desert to blossom in some area of life that matters to us. It has everything to do with emotional satisfaction. It has to do with us returning to ourselves. So once we establish that, then we can start getting a little more confident, allowing ourselves to maybe have some flirt. That's how I say it now. I said that once on accident in a storyline that I read like a month ago, and now that's how I like to say it. I would like to have flirt with someone. So we can do that now. We're getting more comfortable. And then, kind of like after all of these other aspects of our life are being attended to, then we start to look at, well, maybe that's why I didn't have massive growth in my career yet, because I actually needed to get my feet under me in these other areas. The stronger we get in all of our personal life, the more we can like pour ourselves into like mastering other things in our career and then elevating in that area as well. So it's almost like the universe is giving us time and space to give attention to what we need to first, which is like our own backyard, right? That's our heart, our soul, our emotions. Then our external relationships with people, feeling more comfortable, more confident, more sexy, more ready to have flirt. And then it's almost been a relief maybe that our career maybe was at a bit of a plateau, but it was allowing us to gain some other comfort zone, some other skill set, because we're getting prepared for something really big, for something really wonderful, some big promotion or some next phase of our career path that's really going to feel like I have mastered this, I have got this under my belt, and I am like ready to lead this ship. I'm ready to captain this ship. So it's really nice because we've been given opportunity to handle our business in every phase without maybe being too overwhelmed all at once. I like this. I always like my single storylines. So these are some of my favorites to do just because it's such a wild card every time. I have no idea what I'm going to get. And I love that. It makes it so much more fun for me to have to, well, I always call it doing mental gymnastics when I have to figure out what the heck is this. It's my favorite style to have to read for. I just about mixed up that deck. All right, you guys, thanks for being here. Thank you for liking this video, if indeed you did enjoy it. Thanks for being here. As always, I'm a writer who writes without a pen. These are always just stories. It's just food for thought and free entertainment. Please remember, I don't tell you how your life's going to go because I'm not a psychic. It's always up to us to decide what we want. So I hope that that's always empowering to think of it in that way. Hi, Lauren. Good to see you, sweetie. I am you. That's a great name. You know what? We are all each other, really, aren't we? We all go through such similar things. Casey from New Zealand. Hello, hello. Oh, wow. In Pine Mountain, Georgia. Dwayne, I've never been out in Georgia. That's wonderful. I've always wanted to see it. It looks beautiful, the photos that I've seen. Latricia, how are you, sweetheart? We're all doing well. Thank you for asking. I hope that your family is well also. I hope everybody's doing good today. Shakina, thank you. Thanks for stopping by. Kate Kendall, hello, sweetheart. Did you say even at work you managed to watch? That's awesome. Lady Dawn, hey, hey, Empathic Pleasures, hello. Very nice. Vicky Moss, hello, sweetheart. Vicky, I sent you that email. You were that winner yesterday, and I will be mailing out your prize this afternoon, okay? Hi, Patricia. Good to see you again. Nina, middle of the night in Australia. Well, then I'm especially honored that you made it by. Hi, Oslam. I'll be mailing your prize as well this afternoon. Lisa, hi. Ooh, hello from Mississippi Gulf Coast. Pam, how are you? Do you guys have the Mississippi River cruises out there? I've seen that advertised. That looks amazing. One of those big paddle boats. I've always wanted to go on one. That's such a dream of mine. Hey, King Street. Or King ST. I don't know. I assume that's street, but maybe I'm wrong. Hey, Worth, I haven't seen you in a while. How have you been? It is my pleasure. Beth, my dear. Hello, hello. Hey, Daisy. All right, you guys, have a beautiful day. I'm going to go ahead and do a couple of other storylines. I send you guys lots of love. Bye for now.